Good morning, Chainbreakers. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Come on in. Come on in. It's good to see you. Everybody, come on in. Good morning. Get this up in a couple places. Okay, done. Good morning, Chainbreakers. Good morning. It is Wednesday, October the 23rd, 2019. This is going to be another fantastic morning because that's the way I choose for it to be. Hi, I'm Brad Smith. I am your host for Chainbreakers 365 Live and the creator of Hashtag It Up, Uplift and Rise. And I welcome you here today. Laura, good to see you. Nathaniel, good to see you already this morning, jumping on in early. Glad to see everybody here today. It is a wonderful Wednesday. You're absolutely right, Nathaniel. Good morning, Jeremy. Glad to have you in here too. My friends, this is going to be a fantastic day. It's a little chilly still. It's going to be a warmer day around here today, but it's going to be getting very, very comfortable. Depends on how it is that we want to handle our day in the level of comfort that we're willing to take on. So, my friends, today I want to talk about challenges, and the title for today's show is Challenge Accepted. So if you ever watched How I Met Your Mother, Barney frequently would be shouting, "Challenge accepted." When I was in retail automotive, and that's by far the majority of my career, when I was on the retail side of automotive, one of the things that always spurred me on and gave me a huge challenge was when somebody said, "You're not going to be able to." I took that as a real challenge. I took that as somebody else putting limitations on me, and I was not going to be limited. Customers would frequently tell me, "You're not going to be able to convince me. You're not going to be able to change my mind. You're not going to be able to," or people that I worked for would tell me that about my customers. "You're not going to be able to." And there was nothing that would spur me on more than to have somebody tell me something that I wasn't going to be able to do. And almost without exception, I did it. So for me, I love challenges. Yesterday, you may have been on yesterday's episode, and I was talking about the Chainbreakers 365 challenge, which will start tomorrow. It's a 5-week challenge, and what I'm asking you to do as part of this challenge is to step out, hashtag Chainbreakers challenge, right? Find one thing every week, because I know it's going to take, in some cases, you got to build up some nerve. You got to be prepared for it. I want you to find one thing every week that you're willing to step out of your comfort zone and try something new, something maybe that scared you, something that limited you, something that made you nervous, something you just didn't take on for whatever reason, So maybe it was having a frank-to-frank conversation with your boss about being able to move up in your company, right? Maybe if you're single, it was about asking somebody that you've been interested in for a long time, asking them to go out with you. Maybe it was, maybe it's going on Facebook and doing a live video. Maybe it's public speaking. Maybe it's getting up on stage in theater. Maybe it's being part of the praise team at church. Whatever it is for you, you know where you've wanted to but resisted for whatever reason. And I'm asking you one a week, 5 weeks, that will conclude with Thanksgiving. And I'm doing that on purpose because come Thanksgiving day, we're hopefully going to have 5 real major hurdles that you've been able to accomplish getting there. Now, you don't have to have all those challenges or those things that you've been resisting decided for up front. Because there's one thing that I will tell you, every time that you're able to meet and exceed that challenge, you'll find you have more courage. You'll find you have more strength. You'll find you have the ability and the willingness to be able to stretch out and try that next thing. Something that maybe you hadn't even thought about, you buried down deep because you thought, can't do it. So here, that's what my challenge is for you, is to find those things. Right now, just kind of find the thing, maybe this week, maybe even the next week, that you're going to be willing to step out, try something new, try something different, try something you haven't done before. Maybe it's try some food that you've never tasted. Maybe it's, if you're in warmer climates, because things are stopping here, go to the amusement park and be on a roller coaster that maybe made you nervous. Maybe it's, Halloween is still around. Maybe it's going into certain haunted houses that you were scared of before, scared of being scared, right? So whatever it is, I want you to step out, find out whatever you've been resistant to, step out and challenge yourself to try to do that. But today, what I really want to talk about is those limitations that we have put on ourselves and the limitations that people have put on you, right? Because it's their own framework, it's their own limitations in their mind. When people tell you you can't do something, when people tell you you won't be able to, you're not from the right family, you're not tall enough, you're not short enough, you're not skinny enough, you're not fit enough, you're not rich enough, you're not whatever it is, you're not able to. That's not for us. That's not for, what they're saying is, in my limited viewpoint, I can't do it, or I wouldn't be able to do it. Now, they're telling you that you can't, but they're doing it through their filter. Do not allow yourself to be limited by somebody else's filter. Do not allow yourself to be limited by the limitations that others put on you. There are so many people that have gone from absolutely nothing to build empires. There is, there's maybe age is your limitation. Maybe you thinking that I can't do it at this point in my life. Colonel Sanders started Kentucky Fried Chicken at age 65. Grandma Moses started painting well into her later years. There is case after case after case of people that did things later in life. And my friends, you can too. Morning, Joe. So my friends, don't allow yourself to be limited by anything. What is the limitation stopping you? If you know what it is, drop it in the comments. There is no limitation that I'm aware of that you can't do. You'll find that there are speakers on a national and international stage. Some cases are soldiers that have lost limbs. And they're leading very productive lives. They don't have a leg. They don't have an arm. I wish I could remember his name off the top of my head, and I can't. And if you know it, drop it in the comments. But there's a guy who was born with no legs. He has no legs at all, right? But it doesn't stop him. He's able to get out there and speak. He's married. He has children. He speaks internationally. He motivates people because of what he's been able to accomplish in his life. And if he can do it, why can't you? It's only the limitations that we have put on others and what others have told us we can't have. If you're on Chainbreakers, if you're in hashtag Uplift and Rise, and maybe today, I think I even put it into hashtag Rise and Grind, there's a picture of a lion where they're going out to get what they said people told them they couldn't do. Here it is. I'm coming for everything they said I couldn't have. Right there. See it? I'm coming for everything they said I would never have. What's that been for you? What have they told you you couldn't do? I found something, my friends, that I put my own limitations on. I found something that I know that I'm destined for. I know I'm capable of doing, but the limitations that was put around it stopped me from even stepping out and even letting them know of my interest. I'm stepping out and letting them know. The big deal for me is to be able to convince them that I am the person that can do this better than anybody else. My friends, what is that limitation for you? What is it that's been holding you back? What is it that's been keeping you from starting? What is it that's been holding you from fulfilling the destiny that you know you are capable of? There is so much more that's out there. There is so much more that's available to us, right? There is no weapon formed against you that may prosper, right? All you have to do is step out. I love Bishop T.D. Jakes. Love listening to his preaching. He has, and I've heard it again and again and again, too many people sit here and pray for a chair. They pray for a table. They pray. God didn't make a chair. God didn't make a table. He made a tree. It's up to us to be willing to step out and take action and create out of what he's given us, create what it is that we need. Too often we sit back and say, if they would only, if I only had. Create it yourself, my friends. There is nothing stopping you from doing it but you. If God gave you the talent, if God gave you the skill, if God gave you the intellect to figure out how to go out and find out how, maybe it's fixing something around the house. There's YouTube videos all over the internet. Go out and look. If God gave you the intellect to figure out how to reach out and how to be able to do it, then by God, my friends, you can do it. What is stopping you but you? There is no limitation that's there other than the one that's in your mind. There is nothing you can't do as long as you don't stop. You have not failed Thomas Edison, who created the light bulb, but created how many different versions that didn't work first. There is nothing that defines your failure other than when you quit. See, you cannot stop a person who will not quit. You cannot limit a person that will not fail. You cannot limit a person who will not be harnessed. We harness ourselves, we limit ourselves, we keep ourselves from fulfilling the destiny that we have ahead of us, the life that we are able to step into and fulfill only because of the limitations that we put around us. My friends, whatever that limitation, tell yourself, challenge accepted. I'm not willing to settle for a second-rate life. I'm not willing to accept an average life. I was born for more. My friends, the only thing stopping you from getting the more is you. Step out and get it today. Step out and step out of that comfort zone. If you want to start a day early, go. But tomorrow, I hope you're going to join us for the Chainbreakers Challenge, hashtag Chainbreakers Challenge, right? What is that something new this next week? You're going to try something different, something new, something that's kept you uncomfortable. What are you stepping out into to do that you've not done before? Think about it, my friends. I'm so anxious for some of you to take this on with me. The one I thought I had next week because of meeting schedules, it's been postponed to the following Thursday. So there's something I've got to bring in in the meantime, and I don't know what it is yet either. But my friends, if you've enjoyed today's video, if you want to see more videos like this, go to chainbreakers365.com where you'll find our entire library of videos. You can also find Chainbreakers 365 gear there as well. You can go to YouTube at Chainbreakers 365. It's a challenge. It's a channel in there. Go in and like that, right? Subscribe to my channel, and you can find all of these there. But the best way is always is to catch us here live, 7:30 a.m. Monday through Friday for Chainbreakers 365 Live. My friends, I want to thank you for being here. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow right here on Chainbreakers 365. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Have an awesome, fantastic day. Choose your day. Bye now.